Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson. It's JJ Diamond, Deja, Jackie, whatever y'all call me. First, I want to thank God for waking us up this morning. We had a beautiful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there had a beautiful Thanksgiving. What were you thankful for? That's the thing. I miss a lot of my family members, so you know, but I'm still thankful for life. And being able to be here to talk about them, and keep them alive, in my heart, and just talking about them, and remembering the things that they used to do, you know. So I had to, like, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I had to cook one of my mother's dishes, which I did, just in token of her. This is what we do. We try to keep the loved ones that we miss alive. Let's see what the weather is today. Alexa, what's the weather today here in Charlotte?
Right now in Charlotte, it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit with fog. Today's forecast has clouds and showers, with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 49 degrees.
Ugh, she said fog. I hate when it's fog because you can't see. She said it's going to be 72. I thought it was going to cool. This is crazy. That's what I tell y'all. Charlotte has bipolar weather. Well, today we just going to ramble on. I'm just going to touch base on a little bit of everything today. No specific topic. This is where we're going today. One, I want to say thank you for all those that supported me in the last era. For those that don't know, this is 2020, and we're getting ready to go into another era. Every decade, every 10 years, we go into another era. And for those that do know, I have a nonprofit. I'm in the music industry, and I'm into retail, for those that don't know. And I have my podcast and help, teach the youth of today so they can have a future tomorrow, and this is what I do. So I just want to thank those that, pretty much pay attention, I don't like always calling them fans, I like to call them supporters, but the fans are supporters, those that has been there to say, hey, we like her enough, we taking her into the next era, that's a blessing, especially at my age, so I'm thankful, not everybody get that blessing every day where, people are still looking at you, even the little ones, are still looking at you and what's the word I'm looking for? Confiding in you, loving you, so I have to give them love back, and this is the way it works. You love those that love you. So, when people tell me, oh, you don't have to do this, and you don't have to do that, oh, yes, I do. And I just want to make that clear with a lot of the people around me, some of the people around me, even some of the people I might work for. Yes, I do. I have to support them the way they support me, whether y'all like it or not. Because they didn't even have to pay attention to me. It's the grace of God, for these kids to open up, pay attention, and say, hey, we like her and we want to carry her on to the next era because we need her for whatever reason. It could be they want to learn. It could be because I make them laugh. It could be because I'm showing them something that they've never seen before and they want to learn it, So, yeah, I'm going to thank them. I'm going to share them on my page. I'm going to redo their songs and dance, whatever the case may be, because they keep me alive, So, like I said, I am so thankful. I'm going into the next era. Thank all you guys for that. And hopefully this era will be better than the last. I came in at in the middle, 2015. No, 14 when I dropped. What song was that? Lord Jesus, I got so many songs I can't remember. Yeah, no, Hate It or Love It by Miss JJ Diamond. where I come from, when I dropped that back in 2015, and the kids and the youth, I'm going to just say the youth, they started taking notice, from that point. And then when they see me do the song with 50, it was like, okay, now they really taking notice, because that's what they're growing to be. They want to be like, people like 50, because, 50 has done so much in this game. So, a lot of them want to be like him. However, I'm into the retail game. A lot of people know that before I got back into this industry, because the industry has changed dramatically, y'all. It's not just about music. We market for companies. We do all kind of things. And everybody has a job. Whether it's just how can I explain it? Not everybody. I'm not going to say everybody because it doesn't apply to everybody. Everybody doesn't want to be a part of that scene, the retail scene, and I don't understand why, because it can put money or gifts in your pocket, and this is just going out for the younger generation that's in the music industry, you don't have to wait until you a big, big, big superstar, say like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, to get into that retail world. I've been in the retail world on the ground before I even came into this music industry. So yes, people recognize me and they say, hey, oh yeah, let's use her. And that's why sometimes I get chosen. However, you can get chosen as well, by putting your work in, People may say what they want to say, but eventually you will get noticed. And I just want to throw that out there for the youth, for the ones that's coming up in the industry. You connect yourself with those that does this thing. You know what I mean? Like myself, I mentioned Cardi B, I mentioned Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent. It's a lot of us out here. We do this thing, And like I said, we do get gifts, It's the gifts for me, the gifts, and, sometimes I get paid, So I love it, Just, I'm retail. I've been retail before I got into this thing. So, of course I'm going to love it. Granted, we get it that, sometimes we need money over gifts because we still have bills to pay, However, them gifts add up, and sometimes the money that you do make, you have that to say, hey, I don't have to buy gifts because I got plenty of stuff. I don't have to buy stuff, period, because I got plenty of this. I don't need it, So that's how you save your money, You got some people that get into this game short term, and those are just basically just rappers, you know what I mean? You have just your rappers. And, I heard somebody say recently, oh, rappers don't market for the government or something like that, or for the election. Well, if they're listening, I just want to say this, this is the new era, and those are the same kids, the kids that they touch base with, the youth that they touch base with is the same people that they need to go out and vote, okay? And if the government choose to say, hey, I'm going to snatch up this rapper or singer or whatever the case may be to help me market and get the attention of the youth or the kids of tomorrow or the youth of tomorrow, y'all can't be knocking these people. Okay, this is just what it is. Okay, this is the new era. They're trying new things. Okay, and it's working because the kids are paying attention. Okay, back 10 years ago, kids wasn't paying attention. Okay, I wasn't even paying attention. And I was grown. Okay? So, with that being said, y'all need to come up off that negativity when y'all talking to these youths and putting negative stuff down the timeline, because y'all making them feel we have good artists out here and people that can really be in this game, just like myself and a lot of other ones. However, y'all are pushing them away by the negative things that y'all say because y'all don't have the ability mentally or physically to be and do what we do. Okay, so I say that to say, stop the negativity. Okay, you definitely got to stop the negativity. It all runs together, people. You know, we all work together. And that's the way it works. Even with this COVID, we working together to try to stay safe. You know, with everything we do, we work together. Everybody gets paid. Okay? One way or another. You either get paid or you get gifts. That's the way it works. And you have to understand it depends on who you work for. You know? Who you're marketing for. You know? So now you see that you're marketing for people that's or you know they didn't contact you about marketing or whatever the case may be, and they're not paying you, then hey, you don't have to do it. But you can become an ambassador for some of these companies. Some of them, they like to do the actual application, like with Bath and Body Works. I did not an application, it's just pretty much the rundown of, you know, who I am, and I started working with them. It's not hard to do, people. You know what I mean? So if you're in this industry long term, these are the things that you have to do in order to stay alive in this industry, in order for people to continue to notice you, you know, and for you to move on to the next era. Because you got to remember, things recycle. So we move on to something new as time go on. Like right now, it seems like we're running back into the 1990s era. You know, that's what it seems to me. I don't know. We're going to see what's going on when we get in 2021. But that's what it's seeming to me. We bringing that back now. You know, these are the things that goes on, you know. So it what is it? It's called a circle, a cycle, you know, and we promote. This is what we do. This is what we do. So if you're in this industry for a long haul, you got to put work in. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It's not always about fashion. Most of the time it is, you know, because we love fashion. But for the most part, we put our work in, just like yesterday, you know, Thanksgiving. You know, I had to represent for my city, you know, even though my turkeys come out golden brown with the pretty brown skin every year. I had to represent for my city, you know, Charlotte. Here you go. Here's my pretty brown skin turkey for you guys on Thanksgiving, you know, to represent the city, you know. So when people are looking up our city, see, we're in an era of social media now. So you got to remember, before people come to a city, they're going to look things up, you know, how they do down there. Let's see. You know, they go Googling stuff, Charlotte, you know. And then things come up and they say, okay, let me see. Okay, they like it there, all right. Okay, oh, they can cook down there. Okay. Oh, they wear nice clothes down there. Okay. Oh, they work here. Okay. These are things that they look at. Okay. They don't want to see negativity. They don't want to see y'all so-called turn up with the drama. They don't want to see that. You can't bring money into your city if you're always showing negative. Okay? And this is what y'all do. And this is why y'all destroy your cities and the artists, anybody, but not forget about artists, anybody with any money is going to say, I'm not moving there or I'm not living there. Okay? Or I'm not even going there because they too ghetto for me. They just be doing too much. You know? So these are the things that we have to do, and we represent our city. You know, they want us to make sure that good people move into the city. You know, this is what social media does for us nowadays. You know, for those that don't know, we rambling today, so I'm going a little bit everywhere, y'all. For y'all don't know, we have lots and lots of doggy pup clothes right now. Okay. And you can dress your pup just like you. You know. Back when we was living in Maryland, we had, not we, my son. Matter of fact, shout out to Nate Heights, that's Dejour. My son, he turned 24 today, 11/27. A happy birthday, son. I wish you a happy birthday. Enjoy. I love you. I'm sorry that it's the COVID and we can't all be together like we want to. But it is what it is. We can still talk on the phone. We can still see each other. We got to follow what God is asking us to follow at this time, you know. getting back to pups. When my son got his miniature Doberman, I ran to the store. My son used to always wear hoodies, red hoodies. Not only red, we wear all kind of hoodies, but the red one was his favorite. So I went to the store and I saw a red hoodie for the pup. So I'll share the picture later. I think I shared it before, but I'll share the picture later. So I said, oh, this will work. They're a match. When we come outside. So I bought the dog a red hoodie. And he sitting in the middle of the living room with his hoodie on, just like my son. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like that. I take pride in my animals, y'all. For those that don't know me, I take major pride in my animals. You got to treat them animals like your own, because they can't take care of themselves. We have to take care of them. And anytime something can't take care of themselves, that's because God is asking us to take care of them, And you don't have, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy your dog clothes. Some people just can't afford it. The most that they can do is feed their pup, and that's still, nice as well, being able to bring in a animal in your home and take the responsibility for, helping this dog, or cat, whatever the animal may be, because you don't have to do it, but you feel the need to bring, a pet into your home that really can't go out and, well, these days, some of these dogs make money. But anyway, we have lots of celebrity pups out here. But the point that I'm trying to make, especially dogs can be very helpful. They have, notice the police department have dogs. They have the canine. In some states, the fire department has dogs. Dogs can be very, very helpful to the family. They protect us. Not only do they protect us, they pay attention, to things that we don't pay attention to, because their senses are a little bit keener than ours. So when you get a trained pup, when I say pup, I mean a big dog, little dog, it don't matter. When you get a trained pup, they're going to love their family the way you love them. Okay? I was dealing with a pup recently. She's older. Her name is Hannah. She's like a celebrity in her neighborhood in Matthews. And she walks around and they all know her. When I walk her every day. Well, when I used to walk her every day, because I used to take care of her mom, and they would come out and give her bones, the treats and stuff, because they know that she used to be there for her mom, and her mom was sick in a wheelchair. So, she would be there, and I would walk Hannah through the neighborhood, and everybody knew Hannah. Like I said, she was like a celebrity pup, and it was an honor, to walk her, because I knew that the people, if I'm with Hannah, I'm okay, because I'm giving Hannah love and I'm showing her, I'm just giving her love, So yeah, like I said, a lot of the pups too, they put work in, it's just not, that's us human beings, they put work in too. They have gratitude for what you've done for them or what you do for them, so y'all gotta think about the pups. Thinking about the pups, Christmas is coming, get them some gifts, like I don't have a pup right now, but being that I didn't have a pup like last year, I got Hannah a gift, Dogs like gifts too. They got all kind of, you go to the pet store, they got all kind of different gifts. Peanut butter cookie for dog treats, meat treats. They even got ices for the dogs, y'all. I see that at the market all the time. And people buy these things, okay? They take care of their pups, okay? So with that being said, put some clothes on your pup. Buy your pup some treats, some ices. You eat ice cream and ices, you give them some ices. It's like they have them, they look like Italian ice. but they for the pups, and they get to lick it up. Got all kind of things for the pups. So y'all got to check those things out. Upgrade your pup. In 2021, this is what we're going to be doing. Upgrading up your pup. I'm trying to find me a pup now. Just can't find a pup in this place. It's crazy, but, it'll happen. But yes, upgrade your pup. Get them some gifts. Show them some love, because they put work into, and y'all see, I have a picture of me and a pup in camouflage coat. People, when you're out there walking your dog, I just want to throw this out there. Get them a coat. If it's cold out, or a raincoat, because then they get wet, and they just like us. You get wet in the rain, you may get sick. Okay, so they got to be covered too. Or when you get them back in the house, dry them off. Then they start stinking. You ever heard the saying, "Oh, you smell like a wet dog"? Well, that's why the dogs be stinking, because they been wet and nobody wiped them down, and it starts smelling. Okay, so yeah, you have to do these things for your pup. Cover your pup. I want them to create. I don't know how to create it. I wanted to create it because I was looking for a reflective vest for the pups, for the dogs. Because when I used to walk Hannah was black, all black, and we walked down the street, and I'm black too. Okay, so we walked down the street, can't nobody see us. And I used to say to myself, "Oh, we don't get hit. We out here in the nighttime, and it don't be night. It'd be about 6:00, but it'd be pitch black." And I'm like, "Oh my God, we got to put on our vests because we want a lady had got hit in the neighborhood, so we wanted to make sure we didn't get hit." So I would try to put my vest, like a reflective vest, on the dog and myself, so that way people can see the reflection when they turn the corners and stuff. And because sometimes people be driving fast, they don't be paying attention, and they can't see you. Some people just can't see. I went through a blind spurt as well. You know what I mean? Where I just couldn't see what was going on when I'm driving. So I'm not the only one. I know that. So I told myself I need to be safe. So we put on the reflectors. Well, they actually need to create one of those. So one of y'all pet stores, come on, they need reflectors. These dogs need reflector jackets so they can be safe out here. Even if the dog walks himself, the parent can put the, not walk himself, meaning in the street, but sometimes they be in the yard, and they still, especially at night, they still should have a reflector jacket on. Because people go hunting. And that's the other thing you got to think about. People go hunting, they may think it's a deer or something, and they shoot it down, and it was just a dog. So we got to be cautious about the things that we do, for the pups. For y'all that don't know, y'all can go to Starbucks and buy y'all pup, what they call it? I forgot what they call it. But it's a Starbucks for the pups, okay? It's whipped cream. Whipped cream doesn't bother the dogs. So the dogs can go to Starbucks and get them Starbucks as well. They have stepped their game up on that. Make the pups feel like you. You running to Starbucks, why can't your dog get any? We took it to a whole nother level. Like last era, we was doing the Paris Hilton thing where we was carrying our pups in our purses. Shout out to Paris Hilton. And I was big with that, put my pup, because he was little, throw him in my purse, and I'll walk around with my pup. I was in Maryland. Now we have upgraded. We have upgraded to now taking our pups to Starbucks and getting them a Starbucks. So, yeah, this is where the new era is going, and, it's changing, y'all. And this is what happens. They implement new stuff, they implement old stuff, So we have to get used to this thing. Y'all can't just hate on the kids like that. We know that they don't know everything. They don't know everything, so we teach them. They grasp onto what they want to grasp onto, and whatever they don't, that's their life, is their choice. Some people have to do it hard, but we can't keep calling them stupid dummies, and all that. Y'all the dummies, because we learn from these young people. Because new things is coming about every single day. People wonder how I can work the computer the way I work the computer. Because of the kids. How do I learn a new dance? The kids. You know? Certain things I'm going to learn from the kids. It was a saying, one of the kids was saying, they had changed some of the words. Of course, it was a curse. I'm not going to say it. But they was going around and they was saying, it's not a new curse. It's the way they say the new curse. And I was looking at the kids and I'm like, oh, okay. That's how you say it now? Okay. So, my grandson came to me and said something. And I said the curse to him the way they say it in their youth. Okay. He just looked at me. It was funny because whatever he was trying to get from me at the time, he just turned around and walked away. So I said, oh, shoot, that works. I said, okay. So when you act like them sometime, it works. I'm like, all right, I learned something new today. So shout out to the girls the generation. I'm not going to say the girls, but the girls that taught me on the Instagram. But shout out to them for teaching me. Because I was able to get my grandson out my face. Okay, so, these are the things. Y'all got to pay attention, y'all. These kids coming up today, all they want is peace, love, get money, and survive. That's all they want. That's all they're looking for. But y'all make it so hard because, they so dumb, they this, they that, well, what is this era coming to? Instead of trying to figure out what is needed, what they need, in order for them to survive this new era coming or the last era that they're coming out of. Okay? Y'all people can be very cruel. Me, I don't care what you're saying. Y'all can talk mess. I don't even care. But these kids coming up today, they have low self-esteem, and y'all be coming at them, it hurts them. This is how sometimes they get on drugs and sometimes commit suicide or, just don't want to do anything because their self-esteem is so low. So we have to learn to build these kids' self-esteem, instead of breaking them, So that's my, that's just my theory. We all support each other. Granted, we may be some people that we just don't like, so we won't support them. And I get it. You can't support everybody, especially if somebody that came at you and y'all battling it out. You're not going to support them. That's common sense. But those that do support you, you support them, and that's the way it works. Shout out to the new generation. Y'all have brought a lot of new stuff to this new world that we're going into, and some of it I can appreciate, and some of it I just don't like. And y'all know, I'll tell y'all about it. And I notice sometimes when I do speak on things, y'all change it, It takes time, but things change. Y'all get better with it. Certain things we just not going to accept, But then there's things that we say, hey, hold on. That makes sense. Yeah, we should do it that way, And I accept it and I move on, Same with my mother's era. There's things that my mom did and she refused to accept from me. Things I would tell her and be like, Mom, you should do this. Girl, I'm not doing it. You crazy. No, I'm not, Mom. This is the way things work today. She's like, no, it doesn't, blah, 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 blah. Stubborn. Those stubborn ones, they're going to be left behind. And I just want to tell y'all that. Y'all will be left behind, because it could be something that these youth are talking about and you don't want to listen to them just because they're youth and you think they don't know nothing, but they could be saying something that's going to save your life. And I'm just going to give it to y'all real. So pay attention, people. We pay attention to each other. We work together. We love each other. That's the way it works. And sometimes we also hate each other too. But, you don't always have to express that, starting problems. It's at the point now where, I was reading last night, I was doing some videos. And, because, when I have the time, I'll put my work in, if I can't put my work in because I'm working outside of the house, and that's what I love about my industry family. They keep me alive, where people keep me active and keep me relevant. So that way I have time to gather my things and get myself together to get online and do what I do. and that's market, to keep me and my people alive. And, y'all see me market other people. Like yesterday I marketed myself, of course. A lot of people don't believe that Pop Your Pum Pum is my song, but it is, okay? And I created it, okay? So I had to get on there live once again and sing this song, okay, for probably the third, fourth time in my Jamaican voice, okay, for the people. Because the song is doing pretty well, y'all. So I want to give thanks to those that had bought the song or listened to the song on a regular basis. I thank y'all because the song is doing really well. That's one of my, actually my biggest song. Outside of me and 50 Cents, I'm the Man, and me and Lloyd Banks, Cadillac. That's my biggest song. So I have to be thankful, and give y'all what y'all want, So, people kept saying it's not me, it's not me. They couldn't believe it was me. So yeah, I have to do it live, so they can hear. Yes, it's me. Granted, they know when you doing stuff on computers, like studio stuff. Sometimes you may hear a different little voice, not a different little voice, the voice will change a little bit, but you can hear when it's a person live or not. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of problems with Poppy Pum Pum, trying to get Poppy Pum Pum on Pandora. I don't know what they did wrong when they put my numbers in, my UPC numbers in. It's not coming up, so it's becoming very hard to get it on Pandora, but Poppy Pum Pum is on every other platform. So if y'all want to hear Poppy Pum Pum, it's everywhere. Okay. What else I wanted to talk about today? I'm just freelancing today, y'all, because I don't have no specific topic. I just want to get some things out, talk about some things, so y'all can understand me a little bit better. I'm not that mom or grandma that's all business. You got some of those that they don't even want to deal with the kids. I deal with kids every single day of my life. I learn from them, like I said before. I learn from them. They learn from me. We work together. We try to accomplish things, and this is the way it works. I join in. Just because I'm 50 years old don't mean I'm not going to get up and dance. I'm not going to do things with the kids, Y'all look at TikTok. You got more old people on TikTok than you have youth. Okay? So with that being said, this is what we do. Don't be mad because you are not involving yourself. That's your problem. That's your choice. But for the most part, for people like myself, I'm a happy person. I love to smile. I love smiling, people. That's just what it is. I love being happy. I don't allow people to steal my joy. So, those that, oh, she's crazy. She says, y'all call me what y'all want. That's why I'm happy inside. Because I'm living life. There you go. Nicki Minaj again. I told y'all. And I paid attention to that when she wrote that song. And I forget what song it is. She wrote that song. And she said, not everyone is living. They're alive, but they're not living. And she was right. That just stuck in my head. Because at that point in my life, I was living. I didn't recognize it though. For those that was around me and, in my circle at the time, they was just alive. They wasn't living. And I was living. So I felt that what she was saying. And to this day, I'm still living. Okay? And I'm happy to be alive. That's the thing. I take pride in it. I want to stay alive as long as I possibly can. This is why I take care of myself. I try to. And y'all should do the same. Some people, they just want to sob in their sorrows. Because they feel like they want everything to be a handout. But if you don't work, you don't get. And that's just what it is, no matter what you do. I don't care if you're going to get some welfare check or some food stamps or SSI check. You still got to work to get it. Everything you do, you have to work to get it. being lazy is not the key. You have to get up. You know, if y'all notice I've been talking about on the radio recently. You hear on different stations. Get up. Get up. Because people think laying in the bed, they're going to get some things done. Now, you ain't getting nothing done laid in the bed. Not a thing. You have to get up. Only thing like me, I'm in the bed right now doing my podcast. And guess what? As soon as I finish this podcast, I got to get up. I got to go take me a shower, make my bed, figure out what I'm going to wear today, and get my day started. That's just what it is. You know? We have to get up and do some things in order to help yourself. You can't, even the people that's homeless on the street, they stand out there and they walk up and down and they may be asking you for some money, but they working. Wherever they were sleeping that night, they got up. He said, God, let me live another day. This is a day that things could change. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to go out here and do what I got to do. That's the way you have to look at it, you know. People are always trying to declare death. No, people. We're in a new era. And those that want to continue to declare death, that's what's going to happen to you. Okay? Because if that's what's in your mind on a regular basis, that energy is going to shift. Okay, to you. So you gotta keep your mind right, people. I'm going to speak about that, you know, again. I'm going to speak about that because I keep saying some crazy things. You know, watch what you do. Watch what you say. You know, stop declaring negative. Because God is getting tired. He's getting tired. You know, there's no perfect world. But your world can be, it's like, I'm going to say this. I want y'all to understand where I'm going with this. Life is already hard enough. You know, we got to deal with stuff that, like, for the COVID, for instance. We're dealing with the COVID every single day of our lives. Who needs that extra stress? People don't need all the extra. And those that want to put extra out there, we're deleting them. We're getting rid of them. Because we want good vibes. Because we already have a lot of other stuff that we got to deal with. You know what I mean? So we're trying to live, like I said, we can't live a perfect life. Or the life that, you know, we're looking forward to is everlasting life. You know, it's in the Bible. However, we do know every day that we wake up, it's going to be something that's going to get on your nerves. People don't need all that extra. You know? If you're having issues, deal with your issues. But do things right. So people can be happy. You know? The people around you can be happy. And if you feel like they're taking advantage of you, then you need to get away from them. You know, if you're around people that you feel like, you know, they're just not doing enough, you got to go. Ain't nothing wrong with, let me tell you something, that's in the Bible too. God says if it's wicked, you leave it behind. It's your choice. It's your choice to go through negativity. You have to say, especially when it's just you. So when you have kids, it's a little hard, so you got to deal with things a different way. But when it's just you, and you can pick up and go, and you got the finances financially, or you don't even need the finance, just go. You ain't got to deal with these people. It's like I used to deal with a lot of negativity in New York, in the Bronx, where I come from. They taught me, but they also chased me away with their negativity. So I picked up, got my little bags, and said, you know, I can't deal. I'm gone. And so people say, oh, why you leave? Why I leave? Because y'all sick. That's why. And I ain't got time to do that. I don't have time to do that with y'all. That's y'all choice. And I still deal with people at home, you know, the ones that, you know, didn't have that effect on me. But then there's some of them that had that effect on me. Just like, I just don't want to deal with you. You know? You are toxic to my life. So I moved on. Some that I didn't speak to, and as we got older, we decided to start because they got to see life for what it was. You don't have to be subject to nothing you don't want to be subject to. The crying every day, oh, this is bad, that's bad. Don't nobody want to hear that. Get your stuff together. Take time out for you and get yourself together. Some people look at Facebook as being therapy. It's not. People, go to therapy or get a friend to confide in. The whole world doesn't have to know about your mishaps. But see, this is what they was training them to do in the last era. Put all your business on the Facebook. This is how you get famous. And okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. You have Facebook famous or social media famous, and then you have famous. Okay? You got the street famous people that's really famous, people that hey, they know them. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that know them. And then you have these Facebook and social media famous where you got people that's just looking at them because they're pouring out their lives to social media. Okay? And it's not really to help you. They call themselves helping themselves. It's not helping you because you're looking at them like, oh, if this was my situation, I even wouldn't be doing all this. It got to the point where people was actually killing people on social media while they were on social media. How do you do that? How do you physically kill somebody and you're on social media? That's just telling the police. You might as well have called the police and said, are y'all on your way? All right, now I can commit my crime. I'll be here waiting for y'all. I mean, how stupid can you be? So we're trying to get rid of all of that, in the next era. Hopefully this next 10 years will be a better era. I'm starting to see more and more kids. They doing their thing out here. And I mean, when I say they doing their thing, these kids is in brand new cars, They even if they're not in a brand new car, they're driving, They got the things that they want, They're not out here like a person with no way to go. They have created their goal. They see these older people and they say, well, I want to be like this person, or I want to try to do like this person. Everybody has somebody that they want to try to be like, They give them that inspiration. And that's why, me personally, I try to stay clean for my those that want to do the things that I've done. When I say stay clean, don't be doing crazy stuff, out here, drugs, fighting, I try to live clean, pay my bills, I got two of my little girls in my community now. They said, I'm going to have 3 jobs. I said, 3 jobs? You going to kill yourself? Well, you got 3 jobs? I'm like, oh, damn. I said, and I just told them they killing themselves, and I'm killing myself working 3 jobs. You know what I mean? But they put me on to something like, okay, well, what you're doing is good because we see that you living good. We see that you living pretty decent. You got money. You got your car. You're driving around. You got your phone. You got clothes. So yeah, we want to be like that. But you ain't dead yet. So we'll be all right. So they make me think about things. You know what I mean? And where I be saying, ooh, I'm tired. They be like, no, you're not. You're okay. And we want to be just like that. And I'm like, okay, so that stuff like that keeps me pushing, y'all. I don't know what song it is, but they said every hood has a hero. Somebody that the community looks up to and say, hey, this person grind from the bottom to make it to where they at. Well, I love y'all. I don't know if y'all going shopping today. Y'all be safe out there. COVID is still existing. The numbers are going up dramatically. Y'all pay attention. Y'all keep your hands clean. Do what y'all got to do, people, to stay alive. This is Jacqueline Richard Simmons, JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. Love y'all, and I will talk to y'all Monday.